everybody's having a fantastic Friday. Please let me know if you can hear me okay. Just waiting for some others to join. Hope y'all can hear okay. Welcome, Breezy, Money, Kimberly, that girl, Angel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday. It's Friday. It is Friday. Hope everybody had a dry Friday. It rained here where I'm at, so it was storms this afternoon. But it's okay. It's May, so April showers bring forth May flowers. So we're here in May now. So we give a few more minutes for some people to jump on, and then we'll start. So some people have asked that we stay on healing, but as I said before, if there are some questions or comments that you want to make and you want to address it, then we can address those. Just please put them in the chat and I will try to get them addressed. I'm good, Angel, thank you. Just a little bit tired from a long week, but other than that, I'm blessed, staying strong, staying motivated, staying diligent. Okay. Charles, Careless Whispers, has a lot of information that she wants to give about Flavour. And we're open to that information. Some people, like I said, have showed interest in only wanting to focus on the healing part of it. But healing is also about talking about what has happened. We have to be able to talk about what has happened in order to heal from what has happened. And sometimes that means hearing it over and over again until we've healed that part that was broken. We're going to talk about trauma tonight. We're going to talk about reporting and how you start with that. I mentioned to some people that have messaged me that hopefully we can get together as a group with more information to report. Hopefully the case will be stronger. With each individual reporting separately, it may not be as strong a case as if we had everyone joining teams in that. I tried to post the numbers that I had received from people in direct messages or in messages. I may have missed some of them, so I'm going to go back and go through the numbers again, because I know one person told me her number, she didn't see it on the list, but I'm going to go back and look on the list. So I did have someone that number showed up 4 times on the list, so those numbers are showing up on the list of being duplicate numbers that have reached out to other people here on the that's on the platform. Careless Whispers, in the healing process from the relationship with him. How long has it been since you've been, okay, how long has it been that how long were you in the relationship and how long have you been out of the relationship? Careless Whisper. For me, I was in mine almost a year. So 11 months was mine. And it has been since February I've been out. I did still communicate with my person, but I have since kind of started distancing myself from him, because I'm just like not interested in I don't have the energy, I don't have the effort. I mean, I've already gotten all I need from him, so there's nothing else that I can get from him. So I'm kind of like over it, and I don't even have an interest. I don't even reply to him anymore most days. But they will continuously come in your inbox. I know a lot of you are getting messages in your inbox, and you're asking, why are they targeting you? I think lots of times it's because you've either commented on a post about him, so they're flooding you with those messages, those inboxes, because they see these comments that you're making on the posts, whether it's a fake site or a verified account. Angel, it's been 9 months. Is it 9 months in the relationship or 9 months in healing? Isaac, welcome. So we're talking about how long it's been that you were in the relationship, how long you've been out of the relationship. Where do you think you are in the healing process of it? Him and his daughters are still trying to contact me. Yes, that's what I hear, that they, for some reason, I don't get all those contacts. I never was one to ever post on any of his social media pages. I never commented. I never liked anything. I never did any of that. The only time now I'm getting a lot of fake accounts here, and I try to block them as they come. I try to just block them and not even respond to them at all, because if you respond to them, then it just makes them come harder. So in the relationship for 9 months, Angel was in the relationship for 9 months. I think most people have been in the relationship for a period of time, at least 6 months. I got some that were fresh, some 3 months. The Careless Whispers, his was very close to her mom, her brother, and her sister, her whole family. So that's what it makes it difficult when they're close to your entire family. I only let mine talk to one of my daughters, but I made it known to her that he was not who he said he was. Actually, he talked to 2 of them, but I never let him talk to them that much, and they knew that he was not who he said he was. I told him, even on my phone it said fake Flavour whenever it would ring. So I'd never portrayed him as being who he was. He even told my daughter to send him a message to the fan base account that was verified, and she did, and he also responded to her. But like I said before, that fan base account is managed by the impersonators, because it's they use that account to get people, because that way they earn more money. Yeah, you have to pay for it, but in the long run, it's not that expensive when they're making thousands of dollars off of individuals. Yeah, so they're making lots of money off of those things. So we've got a few people on, so I want to go ahead and start. It's his management that is doing it. We all agree that management possibly has some doings in this as well, because we have said that all of the inside information, it has to be somebody that's connected. But I did have someone that management told them, it was actually Dante that told them to be careful and to block. And so I think that was probably the real Dante, and he was advising that it was not Flavour reaching out, so he advised to block and report the account. So we're just kind of talking about that until we get to people here that want to talk about the healing journey and recovery part of it. So we'll talk about it a little bit as y'all ask questions or as you make comments. Yes, he always says his management has control over everything. I think that's a consistent thing through all of us, that management has control over his money, management has control over him, where he goes, what he does, who he talks to, who he video chats with, and all of that. Management has control over all of that. So I talked to someone last week that said that they had just got into a relationship with him, and they came across my page, so they wanted more information. And she actually said that she had video chatted with him 10-20 minutes or more, but there were other people in the background. So I don't know how they were able to pull that one off, unless it was really him and he was video chatting with her. And so my theory has been that he starts out grooming the individual, and then after he gets you groomed and he gets you to where he wants you, he passes you off to someone else, and then that person becomes your person. He's like your manager at that point. So he manages you, and he manages getting the money from you. He says he never video chats. Yeah, that's what he says. He says he never video chats. He says he never interacts with fans. He doesn't video chat. I've had one person say that he paid mortgage, he bought jewelry. I just, at that point, I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have the answer. I don't know that, because that is kind of weird, but I know that he paid credit card bills for me that were paid through somebody else's account, which ended up with my credit cards being shut down because of that. So I just hope that no one gets messed up in their finances because of him paying their bills through fake accounts or other people's accounts, and then they're reporting this as fraudulent activity on their account. So what I had mentioned before is that in the process of healing, moving on after a romance scam, we have to acknowledge the experience. So we have to acknowledge the experience first. That's the first thing we have to do. So I teach recovery groups for people that have substance abuse issues, and the first step of the 12-step big book is admitting that you were powerless over the substance, and you have your life has become unmanageable. So maybe not the direct quote, but okay, that's Heather's quote. Anyways, in the same sense of in being involved with a romance scammer, the first thing is that we have to admit that we have been involved with the romance scammer, and acknowledge the fact that the person is fake. Thank you, Shantae. Acknowledge that the person is not real, and we do not have a relationship with this person. We have to cut ties immediately. That means that we have to cut the ties. We cannot go back. We cannot go back and double dip into it. Once you cut the ties, you cannot go backwards. Acknowledge the experience. You need emotional support. That's where I hope to come in. I hope that's where the other ladies here come in, as your emotional support. So we want to build that team of emotional support. Take practical steps to protect yourself financially and emotionally. Whatever that means for you. That means not being involved with someone for a period of time, just being taking care of yourself and self-care, then that's what you have to do. But it's about acknowledging the experience and seeking the emotional support that you need. How long did you talk with the scammer before you realized that they were an impersonator? I knew immediately, because I knew that this person would not be someone that would want to engage with me. I mean, I knew that I was not someone that Flavour would be trying to have. I didn't think that Flavour would be online trying to find a relationship. So I knew immediately that it was a scammer, an impersonator, excuse me. I'm not going to call him a scammer, but an impersonator at the time. So I knew immediately that it was an impersonator, but I just wanted to know how long before I could get the person to admit that they were an impersonator. So I'd say immediately that I knew, because I knew that Flavour would not be online after I figured out who Flavour was and what he did. I figured he would not be online looking for a relationship, and especially not one with me, just a plain ordinary girl from not even a large city in the United States of America. So I knew that I would not be the type of person that he would be trying to pursue a relationship with. So I knew that he was an impersonator. You're welcome. I am sharing as well, that it helps me to share as well, as I hope it helps you by me sharing. And I see that a lot more people now are coming out with their romance scammers. And I don't know why that it's not more people that look like most of us, that we cannot get, I don't know how to say this, get the information out there, because I kind of watched some of the other videos, and this person doesn't even really give you anything that's not just knowledge, that's already there. The person that I've seen that's trying to make awareness for the other group of people out there that are being scammed by these impersonators. But I'm trying to make our community aware of what's going on, because we work hard in America. These scammers think that we have it easy, that we don't have to, that money just falls into our laps, and that we have money to just give over to them because we just have an overflow abundance. We work our butts off, and it's not fair that we have to work our butts off and then give money to them, and then still have to work our butts off and not be able to do the things that we want to do in life. So it's not fair. So I hope to bring awareness to our community to help us stop. Yes, I did lose money. I lost money. I did. I lost money in plane tickets. I lost the money on the plane ticket because I did call the airline. I did verify that there was a plane ticket, and they went through the whole trouble of purchasing an airline ticket and canceling it after the fact, after I paid the money. So yeah, I lost money on airline ticket. I lost money on Apple Pay cards, which I'm not tripping about the Apple Pay cards, because if a $25 Apple Pay card will buy you meals for 3 days, then okay, then that's fine. Just ask me. Ask me, and if I have it, I'll help you. But I'm more upset about the fact that you scam me out of the money for the plane ticket. And also I lost money when I went to Canada. I lost money by flying out to Canada and then staying in Canada for the weekend for a show that wasn't going to take place. Well, it was still scheduled for that Sunday, but it did not happen, so lost money for that. They think American women are rich. Yes, they think, everybody thinks we're rich, not just Nigerians. Egyptians think we're rich. They all the other countries think, Ghanans think we're rich. They all think we're rich. They all think we are. Friend has been talking to one for over 6 months. He has not asked her for any money. Your thoughts? I mean, 6 months. I don't know if she's not telling you that he's asking for money or anything, because lots of times women are embarrassed by that the fact that they've sent money or they've sent anything. So lots of times we're embarrassed about that. So we won't tell you the truth if we have sent money. So I don't know if your friend's not telling you the truth, but usually by 6 months, yes, they have asked for something. They have asked for something in 6 months. Yeah, it happened, and it's a part of life, and we keep going. I just said, whatever people take from you, it comes back to you sevenfold. Especially when you're doing it with a kind heart and a good heart and a pure heart. When people take advantage of you, it will come back to you. So yeah, I mean, if you're sure she hasn't said anything, then 6 months. Usually they've asked by 6 months. Usually they're not just lingering around for 6 months, unless they have become emotionally attached to her. So I don't know. I don't know the whole situation there, but it could be that I don't know. Maybe they just haven't. Maybe they're really committed to her, but they're afraid of telling her who they really are, because she may decide to not be in a relationship with them. So they may have feelings for her, but if they reveal their true identity, she may not want to be with them. So I don't know. It could be a true relationship. I don't know, but it's kind of odd that 6 months they haven't asked for anything yet. That's odd. Have they ever sent me a check? No, they have not sent me a check, but they have tried to send me wire transfers, and they have tried to do direct deposits, and they have tried to deposit money into a I can't remember the account. There's an account. It's an account that they had me open, and they tried to deposit $20,000 into that account, and the funds got returned. But as far as a physical check, they haven't sent me a check, because I told them I'm not accepting checks. The only thing I accept is wire transfers, because I know that wire transfers are guaranteed. Cassie, thank you. Wire transfers are guaranteed money, and I know that there's no way to scam with those, but they found out a way to do that. They found out a way to scam with wire transfers. So, well, they were scamming the other person that they had sent to send the wire transfer. Yes, I would tell her to be aware that it's not Flavour that she's talking to. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not him. It's not him. I know. Y'all are gonna be mad. Some of y'all are gonna be mad at me because I'm saying it's not Flavour that you're talking to. It's not him. He said it. And I don't know how many times he has to say it. It's not him. I mean, the only questions you can ask her is, I mean, has he asked for money? Have you sent money? What does he want from you? What does he expect from you? When are you going to visit him? Or when is he going to visit you? Those are, for sure shutdowns are you going there. They're going to shut that down and say that they're going to come see you. But those are things that you can ask her. to see where they are in the relationship. Talk 2 months, ask for them to get money order for woman, Oregon, and then send it. Yeah, they do that, and then they want you, yes, to transfer money from the Bitcoin on Cash App to the wallet, Bitcoin wallet, and they don't care. Like, so what tells me that they're scammers is because they don't even care like what the rate is for the day. They just automatically want to, thank you, Dark. They just want you to do it immediately. They want you to change that money over to Bitcoin right now. Change it over right now, immediately. They have no patience with it. As soon as the money hits the account, they want it changed over to Bitcoin, and they want it sent to that Bitcoin wallet. And guess what they do? As soon as they get it, they go to the club and party and buy alcohol all night. That's what they do. Don't do it. It will get your Cash App account closed. It will get your Cash App closed. There was 2 times they asked me to send money to someone on Cash App, and it told me, it said, this account is possibly a fraudulent, associated with fraud or something. So I did not send money to that account because it said that. And when I said something, it's like, oh, no, that account's fine. I'm like, no, that account's not fine. I don't feel comfortable with that. So yeah, they will get everything shut down. They will get your bank account shut down. They will get your PayPal shut down. They will get your Zelle shut down. They will get your credit card shut down. They will get everything shut down, and it falls back on you. It's not on them, it's on you. And you can end up, that's federal money. Anything dealing with money is federal. So you can get into federal problems with the federal government behind that. Sent little amounts twice. And it starts with little amounts. It starts with $25 here, $25 there. And then they advance up to, they need money for a plane ticket. They need money for a plane ticket for him and his daughters to come here. And he wants that. Dark 1013, thank you. Please do not give any information, including email. Simple things they will use as mules. Absolutely. Do not give your email. Do not give your Apple Pay. Do not give your Google Pay. Do not give any email addresses. Do not give your home address. Do not give any identifying information for yourself. I always use the P.O. box anytime I use addresses. So I know that's still not safe to do. I know that at this point. But when I did stop talking to my person, it was my birthday was coming up, and so his way of making amends, so he thought, was that he sent me a gift, and he sent it to my P.O. box, which was probably something he purchased with someone else's credit card. So I probably could have, I mean, thank God it wasn't anything expensive. It was a teddy bear and fake roses. But still, it was, you know, not a great idea at the time, because it could have ended differently. There was lots of times when they said, you know, I'll come over and I can have someone to find you. And I mean, the real Flavour probably could have that happen, but the mules over there, I don't think that they could have that to happen. But I wouldn't put anything past them. His kids live with their moms, not him. I think so too. I do believe the kids live. I don't know for sure, but he has said the kids live with him. But I don't think that's true. I think the kids live with their mom. I saw a video today where the girls were with him, and the two with the same mother. They usually dress alike, and then the other one doesn't dress like them. So I assume they were with him because usually I don't think the middle child's mother um, gets along with the oldest mother. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not there in Nigeria. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm speculating, and I shouldn't do that. People tell me not to do that all the time, but I just kind of look at body language and read in between the line and kind of piece things together and come to my conclusion, which my conclusion may not always be right. But yes, I think we all are agreeing that the kids live with their moms, older and younger. Yeah, they're with their aunt most of the time. Bella, most of the time they are with Bella. And then the middle one lives with her mom. Yeah, Anna. So I think we agree with that. Yeah. So yeah. So back to acknowledging our experience, and that's what we're doing by talking about it. We're acknowledging our experience. We're acknowledging what happened in the relationship. If you've had something that you've experienced you want to share, please comment it so I can address it. So we're going to talk about trauma. You know, I keep saying trauma. So trauma refers to a deeply distressing, emotionally overwhelming experience that has lasting effects on a person's mental and physical well-being. So it has a distressing and emotionally overwhelming experience that has lasting effects on a person's mental and physical well-being. And I mean, this most definitely has an effect on our mental well-being. It can be a single episode, an isolated event, or a prolonged, repeated exposure. And I would say that this, for most of us, because it was longer than 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, that it was a related to a long time exposure. So we have trauma that's related to exposure over a long period of time that was emotionally overwhelming and a negative effect for us. LaShonda was told his studio burned down and he needs money to record his album. That's a good one. That I hadn't heard that one. That's a good one. So, okay. Have to remember that. So his studio burned down and he needs money to record his album. That's funny. Where is his manager who manages the real Flavour? So everyone says Benjamin is not his manager anymore, and Dante is the one that we see with him all the time now. Yeah, they are creative. They come up there. They are very creative. That's why I say I'm tired of my impersonator now, because he was working, like he does computer stuff, so I know that he is familiar with AI and technology and all that stuff. So I know he's creative, and I know he knows how to use the computer. So he was working, and now he like traveled this past weekend for a wedding somewhere that required a train ride and a Airbnb and all of this. And I'm like, so like, where the heck are you getting money for this? So he claims he has no money, and so but he goes on this trip for his friend's wedding. And then he gets back and he's talking about he feels bad. And I said, so what's bothering you? He says, why do you think, how do you know something is bothering me? And I was just asking a question, what's bothering you? And he says, how do you know something's bothering me? And he's like, well, I am down financially. I need to find a job, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, so here we go with this. And the next conversation is going to be that you need money. And I'm not giving you anything because you've already used me and scammed me, and there's no way. I mean, like at one point I would have gave you money if you would have asked me and I knew that you really needed it. But at this point, no. You know, I don't even want to hear it. But they're very creative, so they come up with stuff like he should have saved the money that he went to the wedding with to meet his needs. What are we talking about here? We're talking about right now. We're talking about acknowledging the experience and seeking emotional support. So we are talking about healing. So acknowledging the experience is the ladies are sharing that what their experience has been with their impersonator. And one of the ladies, she shared something really funny that he needed money because his studio burnt down and he needed to record his album. So that was really funny. So yeah, we were talking about how creative they are with the things they say. So that was a good laugh for the night. Thank you. I think we all needed that one. So yeah. Then we're talking about trauma. Trauma being a emotional or distressing experience that has a lasting negative effect on a person's mental or physical well-being. So we're talking about trauma here having a negative effect on our emotional well-being. So how do we deal with that trauma, and how do we move past this trauma? Yeah, the one about the studio. Yep. Yeah, studio burnt down to the ground. So he's booked up for the rest of the year, but he's not going to be making any more albums because the studio burnt down. He needs help restoring that so he can get some new albums made this year, maybe. I don't know, but seems like he's not doing anything new right now. So a disturbing experience when we talk about traumatic events, it can cause helplessness, feeling helpless, fear, or other disruptive feelings that can persist and interfere with our daily life. So I know a lot of people have talked about that they can't eat, they can't sleep, they can't get themselves together, and it appears that they can't move on because they continue to engage, they continue to talk to impersonators, they continue to seek out pages, they continue to seek him out, even though we're saying disconnect, 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 disconnect. They're still connecting in some shape, form, or fashion with the impersonator. So we have to stop. We have to disconnect, disengage, just stop. Because what happens when you stop contacting all of the... I know there's enough impersonating flavors out there that you could never run out of ones to contact. So you could do that for the rest of your life and be okay, and not contact the same one. But what happens when you run out of flavors? Then you start looking for other people to contact. So we want to stop it, because the trauma, we want to move past the trauma. And right now, for some of us, it still interferes with our daily life. You can't think, you can't eat, you can't sleep, you can't work, you're physically sick. It takes after the it starts being physical symptoms. You're sick now. Your immune system is down. Your body is starting to break down because it's exhausted from all this trauma that you're going through. I hope what I'm doing opens women's eyes as well, because this is totally out of my comfort zone, and I am stepping out on faith, and I'm doing this because I want women to heal, and I want women to realize that if they do believe they're in a relationship with him, it's not him. I mean, some of y'all, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't know if if it's real or not. I mean, you say it's real. You say it's his verified account. You say that he's paid the mortgage. He sent you jewelry. You've went to custom. If you go to customs to pick up something, you have to pay taxes on it. So why would I have him send me a ring or whatever money to customs and then I have to go there and pay the taxes on it? No, send it to me. DHL, whatever the shipping thing is. I shouldn't have to pay taxes on it, or I don't know, better yet, just send me the money and let me go buy it myself. They can't try burn a boy and see. Probably not, Miss Wrongly. Probably not. Probably not. Some will listen and some won't. They will keep listening. Most will not listen because they want to keep experiencing it. That's the thing about when you get Stockholm Syndrome, where you start identifying with the person that's held you captive. So, at that point, they can take the handcuffs and the restraints off of you because you're not going to run, because now you identify with the kidnapper or the whatever. So, this is what has now happened with these people that are convinced that they're in a relationship with him, is that they identify with him now. I've been accused of that, but I don't identify with him and his behavior at all. But that's what happens. You start identifying with the person, and you start believing what they're saying is true. And that's what's happened with the women that will not stop talking to him. I don't know. Sometimes I think that they just need something in their life to fulfill the void that they have. And they continue to talk to this person because this person is fulfilling something in their mind, their heart, that makes them content. And it's not okay. It's really not okay. It's going to have an impact on our well-being. The effects of the trauma is going to manifest as an emotional disturbance like anxiety, depression, difficulty regulating emotions, as well as physical symptoms like headaches or digestive issues. So we're going to start seeing these things, how that trauma is going to impact our well-being. Well, people that are addicted to scamming, I don't think there is a proper title to it. I'm going to call them enablers, because they enable the person to continue to do what they do. So they would be considered enablers, codependent. They're in codependent relationships is what they are. So the person that that continues to be scammed is codependent on the scammer. So they need the scammer to make them feel validated. So yeah, that is possible that they're addicted to being, but I don't know who's addicted to giving out their money. I think they're addicted to the fascination of the fictorial of the, I don't know what the word is, fictorial of the story, or whatever it may be. Fictitious, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But they're addicted to that. They're addicted to the thought of what the relationship could be. For me, it was like, I like the idea. I like the idea of this person being Flavour. I know it's not Flavour, but I like that idea. But I know it's not Flavour, but I like the idea of it being Flavour. And I did. I found a time when I went through physical withdrawal from not talking to the person that was my impersonator. And I told him, I said, I think I miss Flavour. And he was like, oh, I can be Flavour. today. I was like, no, I don't want you to be Flavour. But he, you know, I felt that withdrawal from him as I was, you know, moving past the fact that it was not that I had now I knew who the person was that I was talking to, and I knew it wasn't Flavour all along, but at this point it had been confirmed, and so, you know, when it's confirmed it's totally different. But I kind of went through a physical withdrawal where I just kind of felt sick. I wanted to stay in bed. Depression. There we go. Trauma. So it manifests in anxiety or depression. And that's what happened. I felt myself going into depression because of not talking to my my Flavour. So I was having a depression moment because of that. Well, yeah, you could buy a puppy, but it's not the same as a man, right? I mean, there's a difference in having a puppy and a man. I mean, their ultimate goal is to have him there with them. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, Lady Libra. That would be the goal, is to not have someone to scam you. But, you know, they're liking the conversation. They're telling them what they want to hear. Women are listeners. We're auditory, so we want to hear. Men are visual, so they want to see. So they're telling us everything that we want to hear, and they know that this is what we want to hear, so they keep telling us that. So that's how they keep us and keep our attention. So that's why. No meaning the scammer. They are addicted to the illusion of being with him. Yes, they are. That's absolutely. I think someone said that last time. The illusion. It's the illusion of being with Flavour. I mean, you know, it's the illusion. Of course, you know, we've all had moments in life when we've had celebrity crushes. Michael Jackson, Prince, I don't know, but Justin Bieber, I don't know, Usher, whoever. Everybody's had that fantasy illusion of being with that person. So, thank you, Plumber. But yeah, so it's all about that. But the whole thing is that we have to just, we have to acknowledge and move on, and break the connections. So it's at the impact on your well-being. Types of trauma. Trauma can be classified as acute, which is a single episode. Chronic is prolonged exposure, and complex is multiple varied trauma experiences. So if it's just the relationship with your impersonator, then that would be a chronic. If it's prolonged exposure to this person, then that would be a chronic trauma. If it's complex, meaning that you had some type of childhood trauma or other adult trauma, maybe sexually abused, physically abused, neglected, any other type of trauma. If you had more than one, and then that would be a complex trauma. So you want to look at what type of trauma it is, and what are the long-term consequences of untreated trauma. It can lead to mental health disorders like post-traumatic stress disorder and other challenges impacting relationships, self-worth, and overall quality of life. So we have to address it, because if we go untreated, it can create even more problems for us. Gosh, I'm not sure, but the person was your favorite singer and you got disappointed. Well, I was going to marry Prince, but he died before I could get married to him. So, and Michael Jackson, I pretended like he was my father. I don't know why. But I was on tour with him. So I think we all have something that we, you know, can identify with. So, but I don't think anyone ever thought of being with Flavour of Africa, because I don't even know if I didn't even know Flavour. I didn't know what a Flavour of Africa was until I got an inbox from him. I didn't know, and then I found out, and then like I don't know. It's like everybody was in a relationship with Flavour. Every time I turned around, it was a woman in a relationship with Flavour. So Flavor's very popular. I mean, I guess he's got enough money to have all these women, but realistically, I mean, he only needs one. So if you think that you're that one, then you're special. So individual variation, people react to trauma differently, and the impact can vary depending on the individual factors like personality, support system, and coping mechanisms. So based on how you deal with your trauma is going to be directly impacted by the kind of person that you are. If you're already prone to depression, anxiety, or already have PTSD, then you're at a higher risk. Okay. While trauma can have a profound impact, it's important to remember that recovery is possible with appropriate supports, therapy, and self-care. And I've said that many times, that therapy and self-care are very important. Very important. Thank you, Shanti. So for us, so after a traumatic experience, a person may re-experience the trauma mentally and physically. For us, the sound of the song is it causes intrusive thoughts or a sense of re-experiencing a traumatic experience involved. So for us, it's that song or seeing or hearing anything that has to do with Flavour. So we have that traumatic experience that comes back there. Alright, so people have a difficult time moving on with their lives. They might want to find a constructive way of managing these emotions. So how do you think we can manage our emotions and move on? Or what are some ways that y'all think that we need to be constructive and move on? Or what has worked for you? What has helped you move on from your Flavour? What's helped you move on? Me, it has been doing this TikTok series, and also just being aware and being present and knowing. So this has helped me, talking about it. Not watching this stuff helps to, for me, because I tag him in everything that I do on here. His stuff just seems to stroll across my page all the time, but I'm kind of using, it's called exposure therapy. So the more I expose myself to his stuff, the more I get past it. So I use exposure therapy in that way. Always use not interested. Yes, you can. You can put not interested, but I want him to know that we are doing this because he needs to know that there are women out here that are being hurt emotionally because of his name. People, as he said, what did he say? He said the people was spoiling his name, that I was spoiling his name. That's what he said. He said, yeah, I don't think he cares either. I don't care. I don't think he cares. I don't care that he doesn't care, but I want as many people to know what is happening as possible, and when they hit the search for him, hopefully they find the video and they know that he is who we are talking about, and hopefully they don't get involved with him, and they keep on moving. When they get that message in their inbox, they keep on moving. We don't know if he's dating anyone. We don't. I mean, we could speculate, but we don't know. Really, the people using his name are the ones that's ruining his life. They have, and they're ruining his brand. And it's affecting him hard. He's okay with what's happening. Yeah, I think he is okay, because I think it brings more attention to him. Really, when it affects his pockets. Yeah. But, I mean, I notice, everybody says I need to not notice, but I've noticed that he doesn't get as many comments and things as he used to get. And that may be because women are tired of other impersonators coming on and commenting underneath his stuff. Yes, we've got a couple on here that are engaged to him. Yeah, there's a couple on here that are engaged to him. Yeah, they've got rings and everything. Yeah, that's true. That's what. Yes, that's what they say. That's what they've said. Has he said that? No, he hasn't said that. But that's what they say. Is he a nice person in real life? So I've told y'all before that I observe people's behaviors, and from what I see, I don't think, and I've heard and read that he is not a nice person to be around. If you watch him sometimes when he comes off the stage, he doesn't look like he's very happy, or he's not very fun to be around. He's ready to go. He is okay, for instance, he had the Hetties Awards the other night that he did not stay for. He left before he got his award. So people were talking about that Flavour is above that. So why would you not stay for your award? Yeah, Miss Wrong B, we seen what he said on social media. Those that saw his video, what he said in regards to our comments to him, what he said about he doesn't talk to his fans, he doesn't video chat with his fans, he doesn't do all this stuff. He only uses his verified accounts, and he doesn't engage with us on those. And and that he's banned because of all these women making these accusations against him, that he gets all these questions when he gets ready to come and go, or to U.S. and Canada. So we don't know. We really don't know. I mean, he does look like he's sometimes he looks like he's not happy. He looks like he's not in a good place, and I wonder if it's because of what he's done or the people that he's hurt. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the man's head. I would love to be able to talk to him, and I'd love to be able to get him to, tell us, so we know for ourselves, and we don't have to try to speculate or guess or even insinuate anything. If he would just tell us, then we would know. Instead of, would he ever sit down with us and talk to us? Nah, probably not. But I do have plans to go to Nigeria, and I do have a connection that I hope he can get me close to him, so that I can get some information from him, because inquiring minds want to know. So I do hope that I am able to get close enough to him, or at least in the proximity to where I can get something from him. so that he can tell us something, or I can at least figure out if he's a nice person or not. Well, someone else said that. Well, I mean, even if he knew he was nominated. He knew he was nominated for the award. He performed, and he knew he was nominated. So if you were nominated, at least you would stay to see if you got the award. I can't believe he beat out DeVito. That's what I was amazed by. Like, he beat DeVito out for that award. But I just watched that little clip. And then I saw the clip today where the guy that went up and accepted the award for him was apologizing because he, evidently he wasn't even associated with Flavour, but he went up and accepted the award for him. But I don't know. I live in America, so I don't know what's going on in Africa. I just pretend like it sometimes, but I know. I have friends there. I ask questions. Sometimes I ask too many questions. He knew he was nominated, so yeah, he knew he was nominated. Yes, he performed. The fan needs to stop. The man thinks he does think he's the evil angel, which I wouldn't say that about myself, because that's the same thing Lucifer said about himself, and God cast him down from heaven because he thought he was better than God. So he needs to watch what he's saying and watch what he's doing, because God can take away the talent, just like he gave him the talent. He can take it away. I giveth, I take it. He spoke to some lady on social media with a dirty sandal on. Why wouldn't he he might talk to me, Miss Romby. I hope he talks to me. I hope he'll sit down and talk to me. I hope so. I hope I can get him to sit down and talk to me. Okay. I hope I can get him to sit down and talk to me. I just want to ask him a few questions. I just want to ask him a few questions for my ladies, so we can know. We can watch on YouTube. What are we watching on YouTube? We don't want to see him right now, but what are we watching on YouTube, DD? Yeah, why is he not mad? He's not, I mean, he looks sad, but he's not mad. I mean, I would be like here, clearing my name. Like, I'd be on here like, no, that's not me. Like, no, man, that ain't me. Let's talk about this. I'm not involved with any of these ladies. I'm not sending out engagement rings in the mail. I'm not proposing over video. Yeah, we need him to step up and clear his name. Him performing and getting his award. Okay. I didn't see him get the award. I saw that the other guy came up. I saw the performance, but I saw another person came up to get the award because he was not there to get the award. The one where him and DeVito were in the finalists for the award, and some other guy. He's like, Flavor's not here to get his award. Can anyone accept the award for him? And this guy comes up and accepts the award for him. I saw that, but I didn't see him getting his award. So I don't know unless there was another award that he got. I don't know how many he got. So it was one I know that he didn't go up and get. He isn't laying out all of the information to confirm or deny. He's not. He is not. He's not denying anything. He's not confirming anything. He's not denying anything. And I think that's what we need him to do. We need him to confirm or deny. It's kind of like his marriage with Sandra. Are you married to her or not? Like, the woman's still posting pictures from a club back before y'all even had kids together, So, like, are y'all married or y'all not married? Like, she's got us put together all these old ass pictures together for a, yeah, where are the new pictures of him and her together? Where are the pictures when they went to Abuja together? You know, where are all the new pictures of them together? They handed it to him after he performed. Oh. I did see something about that, but there was also a second award that he got, but he wasn't there. So I don't know what that award was that he got after he performed. So I did see that. I did see that one, but there was another award he got that he wasn't there to get. Thank you for clarifying that, Dee Dee. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that one was true. That's why Burna Boy. That's why they don't do Burna Boy. Burna Boy ain't playing with them. Burna Boy is not playing. I'd be very angry and try to put a stop to it. Pretty soon it will really destroy his career. Ultimately, yeah. I mean, if it keeps going and keeps building the way that it is, because it gets worse and worse and worse, it doesn't get better. Because there's more and more imposters every day. I mean, I promise you that I block, delete, I don't know how many off of this a day, and they actually have the nerves to send me a message. I'm not talking to you. Like, why would I talk to you? I mean, you're not Flavour. And I did entertain one the other day. I was like, he said something about he was grateful for me being on here and doing this, trying to stop people from using his name in bad, his bad publicity or whatever. And I said, yeah, it would just be really nice if the real Flavour felt the same. And I don't remember what he said after that, but I just was like, let's see what he says. But he was just like, I just wanted to, I appreciate it. And I was like, let's see how far this goes. But he didn't say anything else. But I know that it's not his real account, so I know it's not him. So I think it's just another way for them to get attention. That's her. Yeah, she's posting stuff, but it's also I think that's some kind of celebrity. It's, what is it called? Somebody Law, Sandra Law, her site, and I think she posts like celebrity stuff. And then there's another one that posts celebrity stuff all the time. But yeah, that's just her posting stuff, and it's all old stuff. I mean, it's never anything new. She sure has, right? Whole post with them, old pictures after the awards. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Why didn't she use some of the pictures that, they took together when they went to Abuja for her birthday in November? Since he took her to Abuja for her birthday, why didn't she post some of those pictures? No, she didn't do that. She posted those old pictures of him and her in the club. I was told to stay on topic of healing, but I guess that I said this is healing, talking about it. Some of you, this is the only time you get to talk about it, because you are maybe embarrassed, ashamed. So this is a safe place, safe space for you to be able to talk about it. So this is, deleting 5 to 10 fake pages per day, fake flavors per day. Yeah, sometimes there's more than that. And then, you get tired of deleting them, but if you don't delete them, then they start sending you messages in your inbox. And if you really, go to his real social media site and you like something that's on there, then you get 10 of them messaging you in your inbox because they saw that you posted on his, commented on his verified account. So you get 10 fake accounts messaging you. Yes. Yeah, we've thought about that too. We've thought about maybe she's also scamming. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but there has been rumors of something that she did. She could be. She could be. She could also be having accounts, fake accounts, and she could be some of, coming into some of the inboxes. I don't know what she's got going on, but she could possibly be scamming as well. I mean, I think that if any one would be on his team with it, it would be her. I don't think Anna would do anything like that. She seems like she's, she was the one that I think she was done with Flavour after, because I think her and Sandra probably were pregnant right at the same time, because those kids they're the same age for a little while. So she probably wasn't going to put up with his BS and moved on, which probably was the best thing for her, because she seems like she's doing well for herself, and I kind of like her. I like her more. I like her better. Just her demeanor, the way she carries herself. She seems like she's, she's. The other one's very loud and outgoing and pushy, but the other one seems more calm, relaxed, and laid back. She pretty much seems like she would have been, if he would have done right, she probably would have been the best wife material for him. But he's got other fiancés right now, so we can't put them together, because he's got other fiancés that he's sent rings to in the mail. Yeah, he never claims her. He's never done it. He's never claimed her. He has not that I know of. DeVito has his wife out there. Yes, he does. I just saw something with them and their DeVito's daughter at a wedding, and you see DeVito and his wife all the time. Yeah, DeVito and his wife were dancing together. So DeVito does. It's definitely someone extremely close to him or him. Yeah, we agree. We agree 100%. Yes, Anna respects herself. She does. She does respect herself. And she's beautiful too. She is beautiful. She is beautiful. So we talked about trauma. We talked about things that could make us re-experience the trauma, and that being, in this case, his music, or him, his name, re-triggering the trauma. So we want to stop communication, cease all communication with the scammer immediately to prevent any future manipulation or financial loss. So stop. I keep telling, stop contacting, block them, delete them. Do not respond to them. Do not say yes, no, maybe, don't. Just go. Don't stop. Just go. Keep going. Document everything. Keep record of all communications, transactions, emails, and any other relevant information related to the scam. Document. You need to go back, and I know they probably told you, delete your WhatsApp. Delete all information. Delete your conversation from your WhatsApp with them. Delete your that brings me, someone actually said they actually FaceTime with him because they don't use WhatsApp, and he actually FaceTime with them So I was like, I don't know. Like, I was totally at a loss for words. And all I could tell her was, go with your instincts. Like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it's true, but you can go with your instincts and don't blame me for whatever happens. But I don't think it's him, but go with your instincts. And but I say stop all communication, because I do not believe that he is on here on social media looking for a relationship. I don't think he's looking for any relationship, to be honest with you. I don't think he's wanting relationships at this point in his life. I think that he's happy doing what he's doing. And I think that's creating a lot of chaos, and probably being involved in all of these relationships that he's already in with all these different women that's making revenue for him. I think he's money. That's all he's about, is money. Money. Yes, Miss Anna, she is very classy, and she's a model. I think she models too. She has a clothing line she models, and her and Sophia models. So they are very beautiful together. Yes, stop communicating. The real question is why the real Flavour is not upset or fed up with the imposters. We don't know. We wish he would tell us. He hasn't told us. Had 2 fake video calls, and both were fake. When I told the person, they got indigent. I think that meant some. Anyway, we know what you mean. So the fake video call, was it a WhatsApp video that was a screen recording of another video, or was it AI that was used to do the fake video? Yeah, they get very, very defensive and mad, and so they pretend like they are anyway. Get defensive about when you call them out on their fake videos, but they're just doing that because they're trying to get something from you. Yeah, looking for money and not. I think he's looking for money and not relationships. Money is his woman. Yes. He made the videos telling people that it wasn't him. He did make the videos telling people that it wasn't him. Question is, do you believe what he said? Do you believe him? Do you believe what he said? What do you think about the video that he made? What do you think about that video? The last video. Not the one when he was in the bed, but the one when he was in the park in Paris. Some said that he couldn't even look at the camera. He kept looking off from the camera. He wouldn't even hold eye contact. So do you think that's significant? The first one was a screen recording. The second one, I wasn't sure. The phone fell. Yeah, hey, mine did that too. My first video was that he was showing me a video of a video, and then the phone fell and the phone hung up. So I knew that that was a fake video, because I could tell that it was him holding the phone over like the video, and then the phone hung up, which was like a few seconds. And then I was like, it was a really crappy video call, and he called back, and it lasted just a little bit longer, but it was still just a video of another video. He didn't seem very upset in the video. I think he can be disrespectful as well. Just from looking at, he appears to be. I don't like to judge people, but I mean, usually I'm pretty good at recognizing behavior patterns. He seems like he might be arrogant. He might be a little arrogant. Wrong B, does he roll his eyes when you ask for a picture with him? I've seen it when I've seen him not take a picture. I've seen him rush off the stage and get out of there, which is more disrespectful than rolling his eyes. He was in Harlem. He says management doesn't allow him to video call. That's what he says. So there was this contract that you had to sign, and you had to pay for a membership to be a part of the elite club. It was some kind of membership cards you had to buy. There was different levels of the card, but you got video calls with him, and you got concerts, and you got some other things. But I tried to screenshot because he sent me the contract as well, because I couldn't just like really read through it while I was messaging him. But when I screenshot it, it said this document could not be screenshot. But it was actually a contract that said what all you got with the membership if you bought it. But those membership cards were fake, because there are some ladies on here that actually bought the membership card, and it got them absolutely nothing. Absolutely no video call, no nothing. Did the real Flavour say this, or the imposter? Say what? What was the question? Yeah, they can't take photos, and so we don't know if it's the imposter or the real Flavour that's saying that he can't make video. So everybody that I've talked to across the board has said that their person cannot make video calls, cannot do video calls, because management will not allow it. So everyone across the board has said this. So that's what brings us to the consensus that all of this information comes from one source. And who can be that one source? There could only be one source for that information. So we don't know. Tried to look at the membership card, but couldn't find any information on it. It wasn't, and I wasn't paying for the card, because like I was trying to screenshot the document so that I could see all the details of the document and what it said about the card, but I wasn't able to screenshot it. It said that when I looked at it, it was this document couldn't be screenshot. But he sent me a screenshot of a document from his management that said his contract was up with Tonight Entertainment. And I mean, he went as far as that the screenshot looks, it's laying on like the envelope. It's laying on the envelope, and it's the letter from Tonight Entertainment to him. And on the document, so it's with Tonight Music Entertainment, and then it has Tonight Music Entertainment, and then the address, and then it's dated 12/21 of 24, and it says to Mr. Chinedu Okoli, and then quotation marks Flavour. And then it has his state that he was born in, proposal for contract extension. So I mean, like, this is a very detailed letter. It says, "Dear Mr. Okoli, we hope this letter finds you in great health and high spirits. On behalf of Tonight Music Entertainment, I would like to express our deepest gratitude for your incredible contribution to our label over the course of our partnership. Your artistry, dedication, and professionalism have significantly elevated the profile of our brand and delighted the fans worldwide. So that's contradicting to the fact that now he's here being accused of scamming women. But anyway, so that's what they say. And then they go on to say, after your current contract with us is set to expire on June the 23rd of 2025, we are eager to discuss the possibility of extending our collaboration. We firmly believe that renewing this partnership will not only continue to build on the remarkable success we have achieved together, but also create new opportunities to further your career and share your vision. And then it goes on. So, like, who takes the time? And then, like, you can even see, like, there's a seal behind there. There's a seal behind this. So this is on like a sealed paper, and then it's signed by an individual, a Chamberlain. I can't say the last name. In management at Tonight Music Entertainment. So explain to me how they got this document. How did they get that document? Like, that's something that only Flavour would have. So, I don't know. So, I don't know. That's what I think. I think they're working together to scam people. I do. I think they're working together to scam people. Yeah, it's crazy because, like, why would you take your time to write this document up, and then the seal behind it looks like it's the logo for Tonight Music Entertainment, and I thought that he owned Tonight Music Entertainment, but I guess not. So where did they get that letter from? How did they get that in their hands? And when I put it into Google image search, it says it's a contract between Tonight and Flavour. That's what it said in the Google search. So I don't know. I don't know how to. There's lots of things I cannot explain, and there's things that are just too much information to not be true. So that's why I don't know if the card is real or not. I know that anyone here bought the card? Did anyone here buy the card? Has anyone bought the card? Yeah, I thought he owned it as well. Yep, there's a lot of information that matches. Yes. Shantae, you bought the card. We were just talking about trauma and healing from the trauma that we've experienced dealing with our flavors, and talking about the healing process and the journey along the way. Talking about acknowledging your experience, seeking emotional support, and taking steps to protect yourself against, which is cutting off the impersonators and not having any communication with them, protecting, documenting all records, communication, transactions, emails, and other relevant information. And then we've kind of just been processing information about our experience with our impersonators. So who is the owner of Tonight Entertainment? Don't know. I think it's several owners, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it says that it is owned by him. He has led the label and is also the chief executive officer of Two Night Music Group. So yeah, it says that that's what I thought, but why would he have to renew his contract if he owns the label? You're welcome. It's a lot of information. Yes, it is a lot of information. It's a lot of information. I'm going to try to, give steps here and there. He also signed Warner, I think Warner Music, I think that was the one that he broke the contract with Warner Music. There was something that what he said Warner Music scammed him out of something. I think he said so he signed a joint deal with Warner Music Africa. There was one that I guess he just did that in February, November, or February. But there was one that he claimed to be scamming him. One of the record labels was scamming him. So my question to y'all is, because I think I know the answer, and I've asked some other people, and they said that I'm correct. But Sony Records is a U.S.-based record label. So would there be any reason why he would be getting royalties from Sony Records? Does anybody know the answer to that? So back in November 20, maybe around November 27th, he may have signed with Warner Music Group, or joined a deal with Warner. He joined a deal, but I don't know why would he do that? That makes no sense either. If he has his own record label, and then the thing is, like, if you have your own record label, then if you're the owner, how can they control everything that you do? Like, I mean, I looked up one time, how much control does the record label have over the artist, and it said they had, some control over the artist, but not as much as he claims that they have. I mean, like, let him tell it. They tell him who can cut, where, when, and how. He has to do everything. So, not sure. So it says that he joined deal with Warner. So maybe he just joined with Warner, but he's also keeping his label, Two Night Music. He's excited about working with Warner on the latest chapter of his career. So so that was anything to do with him doing a deal with 50 Cent for the one song. So yeah, but that would come directly from 50 Cent. That 50 paid him that. He paid him $50,000 for that song in the last episode of Ghosts. He paid $50,000 to Flavour for that. So why would he get royalties from Sony? So I'm going to tell you the story that I got was that someone was talking to their person, and their person asked them to log into his Sony account to see how much his royalties were. And I was like, well, that's kind of odd, because Sony is a US-based record label, so why would he have any royalties coming from Sony? So I don't know what that's all about. Well, I mean, mine gave me that letter between him and renewing his contract. Um, so, sometimes we talked about his career. But one thing, he never really was in this, he never really talked much, like sometimes he's at the studio, but not like, he would never talk about new albums. He would say like he had a new record coming, a new song coming out or whatever. It was going to be released, like when I think it was Virtuous Woman came out on video, the, I'm talking about, the video for it came out. He told me that like the day before it it's like more than 24 hours before it came out, because when I went to YouTube to get it, it told me it had not been released yet, and it would be released in the next 48 hours or something like that. So I don't know. I wonder if Tonight is connected to Sony. I don't know. I mean, I don't see how it could or why it would be, but there's a lot of things that we don't have the answer to. But and then why would he have a person that he just met logging into his Sony account to check his royalties? I mean, some things just don't, add up to what he asks you to do, or what he claims he wants you to do. Things just don't add up. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's just giving too much control to people. Like, I'm not going to have someone I just met that I don't know very well, even, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. I don't care if it's 5 years. I'm not going to have you logging in to see how much money I'm worth in my royalties. That's just, setting yourself up for a situation. So, but, so the thing too we have been talking about is the phone numbers that were on the list. So there was one person that sent me, they recognized part of a number, and the number actually showed up 4 times on the list. So you can check those numbers. I don't think I got all of them on there after I went back and looked at the list today. So there are some that I don't think I got all of them on the screenshots, but I'll go back and try to get make sure all of them, I can post them all so you can get a better look at them, so you can go in there and try to see if your numbers are on there matching other people's numbers, which, I mean, we already know they're all fake. So I mean, I don't even think there's a point in even wasting your time trying to figure that out. But I will do it because Angel wants me to do it, but I'll do it. I will go back and do that and make sure that the numbers are there on the list so you can see them. So we're talking about stop communication document. So for me, documenting meant for me, I went back and I pulled, I have all of my conversations from day one in my WhatsApp. He tried to get me to delete the conversations, and I said I did, but I didn't. So I have every conversation from day one in my WhatsApp. And you can also pull those transcripts from WhatsApp. You can pull the conversation from WhatsApp in a Word doc. So you can go and have that information. So you go pull those documents, and then you have your transactions. I have every single photo, because anytime I sent an Apple Card, it was through a photo. So I have every single photo that I sent of an Apple Card. I have every single money transaction that has transpired between the two of us. I keep all of that for the reason that when it's time, And these are just some, this is like not all stuff that was from me, but this is from any and everybody, because at one time he said that people were paying for bookings, is what he said. People were paying for bookings. So I made it a habit that if someone sent me something, I would Google that person, or if they had a picture there, I would check the picture. And I deeply regret at this point that I did what I did. So I am advocating for everyone that has lost anything in this, because it's not right and it's not fair. And even that's why I don't want to really talk to this person now, because he still says that I can get you your money back. How can you get my money back? You can't get my money back. The only way you can get my money back is by scamming someone else. No, and I'm not going to allow that to happen to someone else, because I know what it's like to be in that position. So I'm not going to allow it to happen. So you want to make sure you have a record of all of that. If you emailed, make sure you have emails for that. Any other relevant information you have about the scam, you want to have that as well. Because all of this documentation is going to be necessary if you decide to move forward and report the scam to the authorities and take potential legal actions. So for me, it has been a struggle for me to decide whether or not to move forward alone, because in numbers we're greater than one. So if we can get everyone to come together with all their documentation, then we can join together and create all the information, and we can go to the proper authorities to be able to move forward to prosecute. So the way you have to do that, to report the scam, you have to report it to protect others. They can't track down the people of the crimes against scammers, but we can use the information gathered in records and patterns of abuse that can lead to action against a company or an industry. And at this point, we are trying to prove that who is the ringleader behind all of this. When I send money, when I would send money, it was transferred to Bitcoin, to a Bitcoin wallet. That's how the money was transferred, to a Bitcoin wallet, whenever I did send the money. Or it was a Apple card, and they sell the Apple cards, or any kind of gift card, they sell those for money. So that's how that worked. So when you report your scam, you're going to report it to your local law enforcement. So that's the first place you're going to start, with your local law enforcement. And that's your sheriff's office or your police department. Then you want to report to the Federal Trade Commission. Federal Trade Commission. And that's going to be 1-800-1877-FTC-HELP. 1-877-FTC-HELP. Federal Trade Commission. You can also do an online complaint. So you can file an online complaint. And then the next step you're going to take, you're going to go to your state division of Consumer Affairs. You're going to go to your state division of Consumer Affairs. And then you're going to go to the Better Business Bureau, which is probably not going to help with a person because it's not a business. But in this situation, because we are accusing an individual that has a business, it may help to go to the Better Business Bureau, but I doubt it. So anyway, I know. I did not intend to go this long. I really didn't. So, but I'm glad that everyone was able to join tonight. Do you have any questions, comments before we go? Anyone have any questions, comments before we go? Any questions or comments before we go for the night? Just remember that you want to stop communication. Stop the communication. Acknowledge your feelings, validate them. Allow yourself to heal from the trauma. And know that it's okay. It's okay, you know. Bad things happen to good people. Bad things happen to good people. And it's okay. And we shall move past this. You know, yeah, they took something from us, but we shall get it back. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And you will, one day at a time, Angel. One day at a time, you will. You just got to find the right people to connect with, the right circle to be engaged in. I'll continue to do this as long as you're benefiting from it. I didn't intend for it to go this way. I just was expressing myself and trying to bring awareness. I've said many a times that, you know, I'm not a person that would be putting myself out there, being vulnerable and open, because, you know, for me also it was embarrassing to be, not because of the financial part of it, it was embarrassing because my friends, you know, I talked to my friends about this person. I told my friends about this person being in Canada, him inviting them to Canada. So it was embarrassing in that sense, but also at the same time I told them that, oh, you know, he's not real. But, you know, they're thinking that I'm just making excuses, but they know that he's not real. Of course he's not real. But it's embarrassing, you know, and it's hard to talk to people about it because they're like, how could you allow that to happen to yourself? Or why would you allow that to happen to yourself? Why would you put yourself in that situation? And, you know, we all had our own reasons why we did it. Yeah, he's not the real one, Angel. He's not. I mean, and I'm glad you acknowledge that. We have to acknowledge that he's not. That's the first thing. We have to recognize and acknowledge it. And that's where we are. That's why we're here, because we acknowledge it. Yeah. So I just wish that if we all could get on the same page and stay on the same page and acknowledge it, then we probably could put a stop to it. But I don't foresee everyone, because people are going to want to continue to engage with him. People are going to want to continue to be in this illusion of a relationship with the Flavour. And that's what all it is, like the other person said, an illusion. It's the illusion. So, but yeah, we just stay strong, stay together, and stay diligent, and just stay aware and be consistent in saying no and blocking. No matter what they say, do not give in. And as I say each time, take those lemons and make something close to lemonade, because that's all we can do at this point. So thank y'all for joining me tonight. So we will anticipate coming back in 2 weeks, same time. I'll let everybody know. I don't want to, I don't know, if it's helping, I'll continue to do it. If it's not, and I mean, I've had quite a few of you here tonight, so I think that if I'm getting through to at least one, it's worth it. So I'll continue to do it. what time do this one man have time? Yeah, I don't know how he has time to be in so many relationships with all these different women. That's why he is the groomer. He grooms you, he gets you where he needs you, then he passes you off to his mule. Then his mule takes over, and his mule is the one that you deal with. So that's how he has time to go through all these women. Yeah. So almost everyone I talk to, their person has a meeting in the morning, and I'm assuming this is a briefing where they go in and they talk about what is going to happen that day, that week, what events he has planned, where he's going to be, his shows, so that these people know this information about him, so that they're able to pass that information along to us. Most of them, no, they don't. I mean, I don't think all of them sound alike. I've heard some people play audio for me, and it's obviously not Flavour. But can they use devices on the phones to make them sound like Flavour? Yeah, they can. But they don't care. They don't care if they sound like him or not. Yeah. So, but they obviously they all don't sound the same. They don't. So, yeah. Anything else? Any other questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? Comments? Any more comments tonight? They don't care. They don't care about us at all. All they care about is where they're going to get the next dollar from. That's all they care about. They don't care about what sacrifices we have to make to give or get for them. They don't care at all. Thank you for joining, and it's a pleasure to share. It helps me as well. It helps me to share as well. All right. Y'all have a fantastic Friday. Hope you have a marvelous weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Take a break. Don't engage with any impersonators. Do not fall for it. Stay strong. If you, like in recovery, if you need a sponsor, connect with one of our women here in the group, and we will have a connection of sponsors, and we will sponsor each other so that we can have someone to call and talk to when we feel like we need someone to talk to, because we have to have supports. We have to have supports. We have to have people that know what we're going through. And so if you need to connect with somebody, message somebody here. If it's not me, message someone. Message someone. Just say, hey, you know what? You look like a pretty cool person. You know, I need a sponsor. I need a Flavour sponsor. Can you be my Flavour sponsor? And that's how we make connections, and that's how we stay accountable. We stay accountable to each other. If we're accountable to each other, then we're least likely to be engaging with the impersonators, because we are being held accountable. Yes, hashtag Flavour sponsor. Yes, thank you, my assisting Shante. I'm going to get it right eventually, Shante. Yes. I think she's my game changer too, my game changer person. Yes, this is a game changer in our hashtags Flavour sponsors. Yes, we're in recovery. Yes, because somebody else said it earlier, addiction to Flavour. Yeah, we've had an addiction to Flavour. So we're in recovery, and we're going to make this through, right? Together. Together we stand. Together we stand. All right. Y'all have a great night. I enjoyed you, as always, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. So 2 weeks from today is going to be the 16th. So we're going to plan for the 16th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, same as tonight. So that's going to be May 16th. and that will be the game plan, and we will continue to heal and recover, and we will talk about it all we need to talk about it. Yes, thank you ma'am, thank you ma'am, thank you ma'am. All right, so y'all have a great night and enjoy, and I will see you all soon. Thank you.